Hello friends, welcome to Excel class number 9. We will study the practical usage of AND function in this worksheet. So here we have the test results of these candidates. We want final result to be termed as selected and non-selected on the basis of the performance in these tests. So if the candidate is passed in both the tests, we want to give the final result as selected, and if the candidate is failed in one or more subjects, then we want the final result to be termed as not selected. So we will use AND function first of all, and bracket start. So logical one, what is the first condition? So we want to check the test 1 result of Ravi equal to pass, comma, then we want to test this result of second test equal to pass. We have used two cell addresses in this function B5 and C5. We will keep these cell addresses as it is, that means the relative cell reference, as we are copying this formula from top to bottom. So the row reference will increment and we want these cell addresses to be B6 and C6 in the next cell. So we will keep these cell addresses as it is. Control enter, and we will drag this formula from top to bottom. See, in the AND function we have the cell addresses B12 and C12 in the last cell, and if we press F2 key, so we want to compare the results of Hemant, and we have got the exact cell addresses in this function. So formula is working correctly, control enter, but the result is true and false. But we want the result to be selected and not selected. For that, we will edit the formula in the first cell. We will use if function in front of AND function. If bracket start, this whole formula is logical test. This will generate true and false value of true. What do we want if this both conditions are evaluated as true? So we want this to be termed as selected, which is in cell G9. So we have to check whether we want to freeze the row reference or we want to keep it as it is. We want the value from G9 cell only in the next cell as well. So we will freeze the row reference, as we have to check only row reference while we are copying the formula from top to bottom, comma, next output value if false, we want to term it as not selected if the result is false. Again, we will freeze the row reference by pressing the F4 key 2 times. Bracket close, control enter. So the result of Ravi is not selected because he is failed in both the tests. And if we copy this formula from top to bottom, we will get the final result as selected and not selected. In the last cell, we will check whether the cell addresses are correct or incorrect. In the AND function B12 and C12, these cell addresses are correct, and the values selected and non-selected are being picked up from G9 cell and G10 cell. These cell addresses are also correct. That means our cell addresses in the functions are correct, and we can change the output to pass and fail by changing the output in the cell G9 and G10, and the final result is changed to pass and fail. So the AND function will give the result as true and false, but we need the result as pass and fail. For that, we will use if function, and if function will evaluate the result to pass and fail. Value if true, we have given pass. value if false, we have given the result as fail. So in this case, if we see Rohit is passed in both the tests, so the final result is pass, and Puneet is also passed in both the subjects, so he is pass. Ravi is failed in both the subjects, so the final result is fail. Chintan is failed in first test and passed in second test, so the final result is fail. And that is the scenario with the Mohit as well. He has passed the first subject but failed in test 2, so the final result is fail. And will evaluate to true in the case if both the conditions are true. If any of the condition is false, then the final result will be fail. Thank you.